In this next article from Newsweek, Kyle Rittenhouse's mother receives standing ovation at Wisconsin GOP event. The mother of Kyle Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old who was charged with fatally shooting two people in Kenosha, Wisconsin during race riots following the police shooting of Jacob Blake, the rapist, receiving a standing ovation on Thursday while attending a Wisconsin GOP event. Wendy Rittenhouse and her son's lawyer, John Pierce, attended the Waukesha County Republican event where they were applauded by the crowd after being brought on stage by conservative commenter Michelle Malkin. Quote, standing ovation from Waukesha County GOP woman for my special guest at Cali Kid JMP and Wendy Rittenhouse, Kyle's mom, end quote. Malkin wrote on Twitter, adding a photo of her, Rittenhouse's mother, appears, quote, hug, huge shout out sent from all of us in the WI to Warrior at LLIN Wood. I was able to talk to Kyle by phone and thank him for his courageous hashtag fight back. That's great. So which one's Rittenhouse mom? Is that the middle? The ovation came a day prior to her son's first court appearance in Lakewood County, Illinois, to decide whether or not he'll be extradited to Wisconsin. Rittenhouse is facing charges of first-degree intentional homicide, first-degree reckless homicide, recklessly endangering safety and possession of a dangerous weapon. 2 days after the August 25th shooting of Blake, Rittenhouse traveled across state lines from his home in Antioch, Illinois, with an AR-15 style weapon. He was a part of a well-trained militia. They were going there to defend the free state because militias are a necessity to defend free states from violent mobs of people, such as the Black Looter mob. So Kyle was not there out of his own doings. It was the Black Looter mob who just decided to have mob justice so that none of us get any sort of peace. And Kyle Rittenhouse obviously is just doing what the Constitution says he's supposed to do, which is to be a part of a well-trained militia to defend the free state, because that's a necessity. But this is a political prosecution. The Democrats refuse to charge, the one person that lived who had a gun, who was menacing Rittenhouse, the guy who was shot in the arm, who had his bicep blown off, that guy should be charged. That guy was menacing with a gun with an intent to kill. In fact, he had even said he regrets not unloading the clip into Rittenhouse. This whole thing with Kyle Rittenhouse is just extremely scary. Like, political prosecutions are abounding from Democrats. There almost all these political prosecutions have been from Democrats. And it's because they don't believe in the Constitution as written. They believe that it should be their interpretation, whatever they feel like, whatever they think the words mean. That's what they think it should be. This is why they're dangerous. You should never elect a liberal judge. Liberal judges are bad judges. They're, if you ask me, I think that they're criminals. A judge should be a small c conservative. A judge should be an originalist. A judge should look at the original intention of the people who drafted the laws. They should make their ruling based on the original intent of the framers of that law. They should use the definitions for the words that the people who wrote the laws used, so that they can enforce the law as not as it's interpreted, but as it's written and how it's intended, the original purpose. If you want to know more about this, look up Judge Antonin Scalia. Judge Antonin Scalia was the inventor of originalism. He revolutionized the Supreme Court. And it's a very, very fascinating subject. I would definitely highly recommend looking into it, because you'll learn a lot about the Constitution, how it works, why Antonin Scalia ruled the way he did, and then maybe you'll agree with him. I used to hate Antonin Scalia because I did not understand why he voted that way. But now that I know more about the Constitution, and I know about the small c conservative judges versus the liberal judges, I'm 100% convinced that we need to have originalism. And if you don't, that it's just anarchy. It's basically just politically motivated judges making politically motivated prosecutions, and then you lose your democracy. They might say, "Oh no, but we're fighting for fairness. We're fighting for you. It's for you." And like, I just want to have a fair shot when I go up into court. I don't want some liberal judge making up what it is because he didn't like me, because he thought that definition of the word was not fair. So we need to use whatever he or she interpreted it as. That's the kind of stuff that is just absolutely unacceptable in a democracy. We need to have judges who actually go off of what the people actually meant when they passed the law. Not, I think that this word means this. No, it should be the people who wrote the law, they thought that it meant this. That's called originalism. That's a very, very, very noble thing, almost as noble as common law itself. Although I would say common law is one of the great achievements of our society. Common law is the glue that holds our society together, prevents us from sliding into tyranny, so that judges do not rule based upon how they want to. They rule based off precedent. And this allows you, even if sometimes the precedent is not good, you at least can anticipate what the court might do, so you can plan accordingly. If you don't use precedent in your court cases, then people don't know what to plan for. So even if it was more fair with the lack of precedence, it ends up being less fair in the end, because when you have an established precedence of rulings, it allows you to plan ahead. And then this is going to maximize your chance of success. Because in the law world, one of the things that gets you the worst is when you can't anticipate what's going to happen. So I'm very thankful for Judge Antonin Scalia for coming up with originalism. I used to hate that guy. I used to hate how he voted. I didn't think it was fair. But now that I know why, I 100% support why he did that.